There is a new twist in the 213 billion Nigerian naira's asset forfeiture case linked to former Attorney General Abubakar Malami, and many people are paying close attention because the situation changed suddenly inside the courtroom. The judge who was expected to continue handling the matter decided to step aside and return the case file for reassignment, and this single decision has created many conversations across Nigeria's political and legal space. What makes this development interesting is the timing, because the case had already started moving forward and many observers believed the legal arguments would soon enter a deeper stage. The court session began like a normal hearing. Lawyers from different sides were present, and expectations were high that new updates would come from the proceedings. But shortly after appearances were announced, the judge informed everyone that he would no longer preside over the case. He explained that the decision was taken for personal reasons and in the interest of justice. That statement alone changed the atmosphere around the case, because whenever a judge steps aside, it often means the process will slow down while a new judge studies the file. Before we go deeper into what this means, let's make the issue simple for everyone to understand. The 213 billion Nigerian naira's matter is an asset forfeiture case involving several properties. Earlier, an interim order allowed authorities to temporarily hold some assets while the legal process continues. An interim order does not mean a final judgment has been reached. It only means the court wants to preserve the situation until all arguments are heard. This is an important detail because many people sometimes think interim decisions are final decisions, but that is not correct. The case has attracted attention because of the large amount of money involved and because it is connected to a well-known public figure. Whenever big financial figures appear in political news, public interest naturally increases. People want to understand whether the legal process will confirm or dismiss the claims being discussed. At the same time, the law requires that every person is treated fairly and that the court considers evidence carefully before reaching any conclusion. As soon as the judge stepped aside, the next step became clear. The case file was sent back to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, who will assign another judge. That means a new judge will review everything from the beginning, including past rulings, legal motions, and arguments already presented. This process is normal in the legal system, but it can cause delays because the new judge must understand the case fully before moving forward. Many Nigerians have started asking questions. Some people are wondering if this change will affect the speed of the case. Others are curious about whether new legal strategies may appear once another judge takes over. In situations like this, the legal process becomes like a long journey with different stages, and every stage brings new developments. At this point, if you enjoy clear political updates explained in simple English, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next update, because stories like this continue to evolve day by day. Now let's talk about what usually happens when a judge withdraws from a matter. Judges sometimes step aside to avoid any appearance of bias, to protect fairness, or to maintain confidence in the court. It does not automatically suggest any problem or wrongdoing. Instead, it is often seen as a professional decision that allows the legal system to remain transparent and trusted. In many past cases across Nigeria, similar decisions have happened, and the legal process continued under another judge without issues. Another important part of this story is how the public reacts. Social media discussions often move faster than official updates, and people sometimes create their own interpretations before hearing full facts. That is why it is important to focus on verified information from the court. The official message was simple: the judge stepped aside for personal reasons and returned the file for reassignment. No new allegations were made at that moment, and no final decisions were announced. Legal experts say that once a new judge takes over, the court may fix new dates for hearing arguments about whether the interim forfeiture should remain or be changed. Lawyers from both sides are expected to present their positions clearly, and the court will study each argument carefully. This stage may become one of the most important moments in the case, because it could shape how the matter moves forward. In Nigeria's legal environment, Asset forfeiture cases are often complex because they involve financial records, property documents, and detailed legal interpretations. That means the process may take time. For viewers who follow political news closely, patience is very important. Court matters are not decided overnight, and every step must follow legal procedure. Let's also look at the wider political atmosphere surrounding this story. Nigeria has seen several high-profile legal disputes involving public officials in recent years. These cases often become topics of national conversation, not only because of the individuals involved but also because they reflect larger discussions about governance, accountability, and the rule of law. When a judge steps aside in a major case, it becomes a moment that people use to debate the strength and independence of the judicial system. At the same time, it is important to keep the conversation balanced. The court has not reached a final conclusion, and the legal process is still ongoing. Every side has the right to present its arguments, and the judge who eventually handles the case will listen to both sides before making decisions. Some observers believe the change of judge could bring a fresh perspective to the matter. Others think it may slow down progress temporarily. Both views exist, and only time will show how the situation develops. What is certain is that Nigerians are watching closely, waiting to see what the next court date will bring. Right in the middle of this update, if you appreciate news explained in a calm and professional way, please like this video and subscribe. Your support helps this channel continue bringing balanced political stories that everyone can understand. As the case moves forward, there may also be new legal motions from the parties involved. Lawyers sometimes file additional applications when there is a change in circumstances, especially when a new judge takes over. These motions can shape the direction of the case, and they often create new talking points for analysts and viewers. Another interesting angle is how public perception changes when legal stories develop in unexpected ways. A single courtroom announcement can shift the narrative completely. Before this moment, many people were focused on the details of the forfeiture order itself. Now, the focus has shifted to what the judge's withdrawal means for the timeline and future hearings. For those who follow Nigerian political news regularly, this is a reminder that the legal system moves through many stages, and each stage has its own impact. Today's headline may focus on a judge stepping aside, but tomorrow's headline may focus on a new ruling or a fresh legal argument. One thing that remains clear is that the case is far from over. The reassignment process will continue behind the scenes, and once a new judge is announced, attention will return to the courtroom. Observers expect that future hearings will address both procedural issues and the main arguments surrounding the assets. As we wait for the next development, it is also worth thinking about how stories like this shape public understanding of the law. Many Nigerians learn about legal processes through news coverage, and moments like this help people understand how courts operate. The idea that a judge can step aside to protect fairness shows that the system has built-in mechanisms to maintain trust. Some viewers may wonder whether this decision will change the outcome of the case. The honest answer is that it is too early to know. A new judge will approach the matter based on evidence and legal principles, not based on public opinion or online discussions. That is how the judicial process works. And while conversations continue across the country, the most important thing is to stay informed through verified updates rather than speculation. Real news comes from official proceedings, not from rumors. As this story continues to unfold, remember to keep watching closely because every new update may bring another twist. If you want more real-time political gist explained in simple English, like this video and subscribe now so you stay connected to every major development. The next chapter of this case will begin once the reassignment is completed. At that point, hearing dates may be announced again, and the courtroom discussions will return to the main legal questions. Nigerians will be watching carefully to see how the process moves forward and whether the pace of the case changes. For now, the biggest takeaway is simple: a major legal case has entered a new phase because the judge handling it stepped aside, and the court is preparing for the next stage under a different judge. It is a reminder that the legal system is always evolving, and every decision inside the courtroom can shape the direction of a story. As we reach the end of this update, continue to follow the story with patience and an open mind. The legal journey is still ongoing, and more information will come as soon as the court resumes under new leadership. If you found this breakdown clear and helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more professional political updates explained in simple, easy English.